Man, he knows the truth. Trump supporter is former black supremacist cult member. Look, they made sure in the media, man, they got his face perfectly. He sticks out in the crowd. There's a reason for that, man. He was tied with Yahweh ben Yahweh. Agent provocateurs, they set up. So Donald Trump knows we're the real Hebrew Israelites. He knows what's up, man. He gonna demonize us, man. He gonna demonize us, man. The media's gonna demonize us very soon.
For Trump sign, they seem to go out of their way to put him in camera view when Trump is speaking.
It's true, yeah.
And he's been there, and they've put him right behind Trump in camera view at multiple events over the course of the campaign. We also, I kid you not, at one point we had Trump himself grab the
We are not ignorant of Satan's devices. So he grabs his sign, right? The agent provocateur that was with Yahweh ben Yahweh. Blacks for Trumps. You see that? They know, man. There's agent provocateur set up. They know. They know who we are. They know the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans are the lost tribes of Israel. They know we're the tribes of Israel. They know we're the 12 tribes of Israel. They know this word is coming. They know this truth. What we're saying is the truth. And they're going to try to demonize it, man. That's the famine of word that's going to come. So y'all better get this word when it's hot. Because it's about to get real cold, man. Cold, evil days are coming. Because they're going to lock this shit down. Close this internet. We ain't going to be out there teaching. For the ones of you that think this is entertainment. You think it's some entertainment. You think this is some fun and games. The Most High going to deal with you if you don't repent, man. You better get yourself right, man.
Sign and hold it up himself. He held up a Women for Trump sign and kissed it, and then he held up the Blacks for Trump sign that he got from the guy in the crowd. Today in Miami, Donald Trump singled out the guy holding the Blacks for Trump sign, singled him out a couple different times to say how much he loved him.
Yeah, I loved him, you see? How much he loved him. So he knows. Trump knows, man. Blacks. Well, nobody's black. We're Hebrew Israelites, man. He knows, man. They know the truth. They know the truth, man. Former black supremacist cult member. Fucking devils, man. You devils are going down, man. Your media, your so-called media ain't gonna stop nothing, man.
Thank you. I love that sign, Blacks for Trump.
Yup, he's talking to the former black supremacist cult member that was part of Yahweh ben Yahweh. He's pointing at him. He knows him. He knows us. Yeah, he's pointing at us. Yeah, we see you devils, man. You Rothschild's leads, your system's going down, man. You go face Trump, you know it's the truth. You know you're an Edomite, man. Which I believe you Amalek, man. You're the synagogue of Satan, man.
Love that sign. Thank you. Thank you, fellas. That's so good. Blacks for Trump. That's so nice.
The guy who himself is most often the person you can see holding that sign, the guy who we saw get up there and hold that sign behind Trump. He has gone by a few names over the years. He now likes to be known as Michael the Black Man.
Agent provocateurs.
But he is one of the Yahweh ben Yahweh cult members who was indicted on the conspiracy to murder charges in Miami back in the day. The guy holding the Blacks for Trump sign, who you've seen, that guy there, who you've seen at so many Trump rallies, who the Trump organizers keep putting right behind Trump at his rallies, he was charged with 2 murders.
That's purposely done too, man. That's not by mistake. That's purposely done. And then he's out. Who's to say he did time? We don't know. Probably went out the back door and shit, man. Agent provocateurs on the payroll, man.
In the Yahweh ben Yahweh serial murder trial in Miami back in the day, ultimately he was not convicted. But the Miami New Times keeps pointing out that...
Of course he wasn't convicted. He's agent provocateur.
This is his past every time he turns up at one of these Trump's events, particularly when he gets personally shouted out by Donald Trump. And oftentimes held up by the conservative media as a sign of real black support for Donald Trump. They keep pointing him out, pointing out his signs, because it's basically their contention that the Miami New Times is basically their contention that what this guy Michael the Black Man is trying to do is he's trying to reconstitute the Yahweh ben Yahweh cult. Has always maintained that Yahweh ben Yahweh was robbed in that trial, that the cult did nothing wrong. And he is seemingly trying to build his own following as a religious leader. The website that's advertised underneath the black...
And they're going to revive that demonization again. Just like they did in 1990, man. But this truth is coming out. And we ain't selling out, so we ain't taking no goddamn money. All the other Israelite camps that sold out, you're gonna get fucked up, man. You're gonna get judged real bad, man. Esau's gonna turn on your ass too and bite you, man.
For Trump, that's a sort of semi-religious website that he is advertising there, that he maintains himself on the bottom of his Blacks for Trump signs. Michael the Black Man himself declared, I should tell you, his own run for president last fall. Back in September, he said he was running for president this year. And the reason Republican campaigns, including Donald Trump's, have been so willing to put him on camera, the reason, that politicians like Rick Santorum...
They put him on camera because he's an agent provocateur.
Have even had Michael the Black Man open up for Rick Santorum at a South Florida political event. The reason they're willing to give him so much attention is because part of his insane cult-like theology is how much he hates Democrats and how Democrats are the devil. Incidentally, he also says that Barack Obama is a member of the Ku Klux Klan. But his theology, his sort of bizarre cultish theology, has now morphed this year into
him... watch out with them black titles, man. Michael the Black Man.
Loving Donald Trump and going to all the Donald Trump rallies. But the partisan appeal of him holding up that sign that says Blacks for Trump, that partisan appeal of that message has been so attractive to Republicans and to the Trump campaign in particular that I think they've been willing to let this guy get on stage and advertise his website and get all this attention from the candidate and all the rest without asking too many questions about who exactly he is and why exactly he's there. And that is probably wise, because here is what happens when you do ask him those questions.
Owen Schroyer from Infowars.com, and I'm here with Michael, the Black Man on the radio. Now, let's get a quick look at his shirt here real quick. There's the shirt he is repping tonight. Now, Michael, tell me, why are you wearing this shirt?
I'm wearing this to show my support for Donald Trump and my disdain for Hillary Clinton, who is actually the financier of slavery. Because everybody, what do you mean by she's a financier? Her name is Hillary Rodham Clinton, and they're supposed to be the descendants of Rothschild. In fact, her biggest donor is Lynn Rothschild, and of course Rothschild and Rockefeller and J.P. Morgan are the financiers of slavery.
He's for Trump, and he's against Hillary Clinton because of the way you spell the word Rodham shows her to be a descendant of Rothschild. But if you really want to know the philosophy behind Blacks for Trump, this guy who you see at all the Trump events, including today's Trump Miami rally, the real heart of Blacks for Trump and why he wears those shirts that say Trump and Republicans are not racist. If you really want to get to the heart of why he believes it, well, here in his own words is his own real explanation.
We are the true Hebrews, and we're the chosen ones of God, and don't let them trick you into thinking you're some damn caveman that was living in the rocks in the side of the mountains. The people who were living in the rocks in the side of the mountains is Hillary Clinton and those Canaanites.
And her supporters.
No, not just the supporters. It's a group that's actually called the Canaanites that you've seen in the nightclub with the black fingernails, and they're really white with the blue veins.
Canaanites out of him, man. You see that? Mixing it up, man. That's an Edomite right there. You gonna say he's not an Edomite right away. Oh, you're not an Edomite. The Canaanites come out of him, man. The fuck you talking about? You're talking to an Edomite. Agent provocateurs.
They even call themselves blue bloods. These guys are cursed with the curse. We call it albinoism because they got that little trait, the little cross-eyed part, and they never come out in the daytime. These people are the Canaanites that were cursed, but then they married into Ishmael in Genesis chapter 36 and created an organization called the Hyksos, and the Hyksos became called the Egyptians. Egyptians became called the Philistines. Philistines became called the Babylonians. The Babylonians became called the Phoenicians. The Phoenicians became called the Khazars and Israeli. And today they're called the Illuminati.
Khazars and the Israelis, man. Which the Illuminati, the Rothschilds are Edomites. They're not Hamites, man. They don't descend from Ham. They descend from Esau. And you were talking to an Edomite, man. You were talking to an Edomite. Agent provocateurs, man. All this is just... these devils want to stop this word, man. But you devils ain't doing a damn thing. This word's still going to go out, and America's going to be destroyed. You Rothschilds, these are going to go in slavery, man.
Oh, it's the Illuminati. The guys in the nightclubs with the fingernails and the...
See that?
Even the reporter from the conspiracy theory website Infowars is like getting a little too much of an earful from the Blacks for Trump guy. who was once indicted as part of the Yahweh Ben Yahweh death cult for multiple murders. But the Trump campaign keeps putting him front and center at Trump rallies as recently as today.
Right, they're going to demonize us. They're going to demonize us, man. Amos 8 and 11, behold, the days come, saith the Lord, that I will send a famine in the land, not a famine of bread, nor of thirst of water, but of hearing the words of the Lord. And they shall wander from sea to sea, from the north even to the east. They shall run to and fro and seek the word of the Lord, and shall not find it in the day, in that day. In that day shall the fair virgins and young men faint for thirst. The famine of the word, man. The famine of the word.
At Trump rallies, they've got Donald Trump shouting him out, thanking him for his support, pointing him out at Trump events.
Hey, World War III. That's right.
Hey,
that's the spirit, man. What was there? World War III. Trump gonna start World War III.
Shouting him out, thanking him for his support, pointing him out at Trump events.
Trump gonna start World War III.
This is the first presidential election since we've had an African American president in this country. It is hard. It would